Haters to Rumble Channel 2 please. All haters to Rumble Channel 2 please. For haters of Rick Walker, Sanctuary is available in the chat on Rumble Channel 2. Your safe space is on Rumble Channel 2. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Greetings Mavericks and new viewers. Tonight, direct and live. From the Maverick News Network. World Studios. This is Maverick News with Rick Walker.
Welcome back, everyone, especially the haters in Rumble Channel 2. All haters to Rumble Channel 2, please. All haters to Rumble Channel 2. You guys. I'm in a mood because I didn't get much sleep. When I don't get much sleep, my brain works differently. I get a little punchy, and I think more on the creative side than the logical side, although there's sometimes more logic in the creativity than there is in the reality. But the creativity brings out the reality. So tonight, I'm rethinking a lot of things, and I don't know what's going to come out as we prepare to dig into today's top news stories. I have to say that my filter is off just a little bit. So children, be ready to cover your ears just in case, because some people have been pissing me off a lot in the last 24 hours, especially the cowards who won't stand up for what's right and won't stand up to help people and won't even stand up for themselves, let alone their own country. I'm pissed off because of the cowards and the corrupt people who are ready to sell out their country for a tax break or just a payoff. Sick of it. Sick of the lies. It's time to rethink a lot of things. Yeah. Time to start to just call it like it is and call out people for what they are. I think. Sick of it. We're going to talk about a little bit the sacred convoy that you're never supposed to criticize. The convoy that even I thought was pure when it happened. The convoy, the sacred convoy that even the Wall Street Journal tonight is looking at through the lens of, through rose-colored glasses, criticizing Canada. But are these people on the Wall Street Journal editorial board really that naive? After all this time, I'm just a little guy who's listening anyway. The people in Rumble chat number 2 probably are all the haters. Actually, they don't listen. They just talk about other shit in there and don't pay much attention to what I say until I say something that really triggers them. Cowards. We're going to talk about that stuff. Then we're going to transition into Truspiracies because I'm better than Alex Jones. We're better than Alex Jones because we have gone into the future and we have next week's news tonight. And we're going to share that with you because we have Epstein client list cover up exposed. It's right there. I went into the future, and I can prove it. The date on this thing. It's not from today. It's in the future. So we have that. Plus the debut of America's only true superhero, Captain Ass Kicker. You're not going to meet him anyplace else. He's debuting right here tonight on Maverick News. Stay with me. Oh, and this is just for my really, really super good friend, Leo. I'm going to ask you to donate to the channel because, as Leo so correctly points out, my job is to sit in this chair every night and fleece you.
Greetings, brave Mavericks. Our quest for truth continues. We go beyond fake news. Together we expose propaganda. Together we pull others out of rabbit holes. We are maverick thinkers. We are all unique individuals, defenders of individual rights and freedoms, credible, trusted, grounded in reality. Maverick News, Maverick News. Defending free speech, free speech. Donate at freedomreporters.com. Do it now. Tomorrow may be too late. Too late. Maverick News. The world is watching.
I stand corrected. Apparently, I only fleeced Johnny Gaza. I never fleeced anybody, Leo. I appreciate the apology that you made here a while back, but I don't want to get into all that crap because that's not the news, and I don't want to make it about you, and I don't want to make it about me. I want to make it about Canada and the truth and journalism and Captain Ass Kicker that I think, Leo, you'll probably appreciate. And as much as I'm calling you out a little bit tonight, I actually still like you, believe it or not. Because like Luke said to his dad, I still see the good in you. Donald Trump tart today saying, we have no deal with Canada. And of course, everybody loses their minds. And I'm so tired of this guy. I just could spit. But I shouldn't be spitting. We should just be ignoring him and telling them to go away. Like, I mean, seriously, I'm at the point where, you know what? We need to rethink our relationship with the United States altogether. I just don't care about them anymore because of him. There's no need for this. This is stupid. He's stupid. He's a mean-spirited dick. And we should just stick it to him. Yeah, we absolutely should. Cut him off. Don't care anymore. We might lose our jobs. So what? We should really be telling them that the whole deal with NORAD and sending your fighter jets up here and all the airspace up here, it's ours. And take your toys and stay on your side of the border until you calm down. And if you want access to our airspace, pay for it. It's all about the Benjamins, right? Well, that's what it's all about for Trump. It's all about the money, money, money. And today he's like, we have no deal with Canada. Yeah, duh. Everybody's losing their minds. Of course we don't have a deal. What's the date today? The 25th. The deadline's August 1st. So he exerts maximum pressure in the stupidest of ways, makes up numbers as we saw yesterday because he's full of crap. Here he is. Full of crap again today. More crap from the crap master.
We haven't really had a lot of luck with Canada. I think Canada could be one where they'll just pay tariffs. Not really a negotiation.
And let's now bring in...
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Because it doesn't matter. Because tomorrow it'll be something else. And by the time we get to the first, it'll be something else again. And maybe we'll have a deal. Maybe we won't. And if we don't, we don't. And John Catsimatidis and his oil, he should just stay in New York, and we should kick him out of the country, nationalize his damn oil company here in Canada, take it from him, pay him off whatever he wants for it, and just do it ourselves. And if they want the oil, they take the oil. Otherwise, we'll figure out a way to get it to market, and we'll ship it to other countries, and I just don't give a damn. Until you get this orange orangutan out of the White House, and he starts acting like a civilized human and starts treating Canadians with some damn respect. And it's time we demand some damn respect, some self-respect, and we stand up for our damn country. And then this guy, I mean, what's this guy's name again? Let me see if I can find the tab. Oh, here he is. I'm tired of this guy too. This guy. What a dick. I mean, oh, you're so Canadian. No, he's not. He's a traitor. That's what he is. Yeah. What did we show you this week with Peace Man? It's this network of social media influencers who are on the take. Okay? They're corrupt. And they're selling out their country. Now, on what take? Well, whatever take it is, maybe it's just click take, okay? But he's like anti-Canadian. That's what he is. If anybody that is calling for Canada to be the 51st state, any Canadian, you're a traitor. If you're a separatist, you're a traitor. It's as simple as that. Now, I don't have to dislike you as a human being, and we can still maybe be friends, but you're a traitor. It is really the definition of treason. You're selling out your country. And we have all this foreign influence up here, and it's manifesting itself through this shit.
But I think that this is exactly why America needs to take over Canada.
Yeah, fuck you. It's fuck you Friday, Leo. And fuck him. I don't know what your position is on it, Leo, but I've heard you cowered out. He's, and I hope you're not there, man, because you know what, Leo, you, as I've told you, could be using your influence for good, because people do follow you, and you have been a friend, and you have been a friend of the show. And Canada needs you. Together, we could be 10,000 times bigger than that dick, Mr. Clickbait Artist. But he's not alone. There's a whole group of them working to destroy our country through information warfare. Fuck him. And it's time to say exactly that. I'm sorry for my language, but I'm not sorry, because it has to come to that. Because that's where we're at. And until somebody just starts calling it like it is and exposing it for what it is and what it has been, we will be at an extreme disadvantage, and we won't be able to deal with it properly because people don't know what the hell is going on. It's this asshole who is fucking our country. He's a traitor. Simple as that. I love America. I love the United States. Not every American is involved in this. Not everybody in the U.S. government is involved in it, or the military, or even the CIA. It's MAGA money. Sacred convoy, I've shown you over and over again, piece by piece, as I've taken this journey myself, figuring out that, wait a minute, the sacred convoy was not entirely organic. Yeah, a lot of innocent people showed up and got beaten in the streets, which gave the people at the center of it, who had ulterior motives, their photo op that they could use to tear down our government. Fuck you. You lying piece of shit. Scum. How's that, haters? No wonder they want to shut me down. Acting like a bunch of snowflakes. Triggered. But it's not so much that you're upset about the truth. It's that you're either followers and you've just been indoctrinated into the mob, or you're part of it. And you're part of the mob, the digital brown shirts that go around and shut down people who tell the actual truth about stuff like this. This is how it's done. You don't take over a country these days just by marching in there with soldiers and tanks and F-35s. You do it in people's minds. Wall Street Journal. Yeah, you use the Wall Street Journal. You use media. You use little guys like this guy. Cowards. That's what he is. Corrupt. Use people like him. Wall Street Journal today. This shared by Tamara Litch. Sacred convoy hero. Not. Traitor. Wexit. Separatist. Not fighting for Canada, fighting to destroy Canada. Oil money. It's all oil money. Dirty, 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 dirty oil money. If it means breaking up the country, leave it in the ground. You don't want to share it, leave it in the ground. I don't care. It's not worth losing the country over your bloody oil. We're going to leave. Then move out of the country. Bullshit. Those are the two words from Rudy Bruce that actually resonate and have some truth. It's all bullshit. Oh, these are truth bombs. Are you cluing in? What can't you talk about? The convoy in any negative way, because it's sacred. Well, if it's not, here's the Wall Street Journal tonight. And what are they saying? The Crown versus the truckers. You mean the traitors? Because it's not about the truckers. Lots of truckers came who were there for real good reasons. Lots of innocent people came that were there for real, genuine, patriotic, Canadian patriotic reasons. Lots of them. Thousands. But at the center of it, not so much. As we've shown you, U.S. generals, this is disgusting. And I'm sick of it. And this is journalism. I mean, you might think it's not. This is journalism because this is truth. This is just raw, raw observational truth that I'm sharing with you. And the reason I'm being so harsh on you guys in Rumble Channel 2 is because you're goddamn Canadians and you need to, I'm sorry, I'm tired of the phrase, wake the hell up. Sorry if you hate me. It's been a difficult journey for us all. But this is the truth. No, Trump is wonderful. He can do no wrong. You have TDS. No. I'm just telling you how it is, man. They want our country. That's why he's on there every night. That's why he has what he has. You think that he generates those numbers organically? Doesn't work that way. Or the blonde with the perfect hair who manages to defecate all over her country with such poise. It's disgusting. It's not about liberal versus conservative. They have liberals in the States. Well, if you don't, I want to join the States because I don't like the liberals. Yeah. Until the Democrats get elected again. Or you get, this Mr. Mamdani becomes the mayor of New York, and he's pretty socialist. Yeah, it's just, yeah, no. It's stupid. It's just disgusting. Wall Street Journal chiming in on this. What are they saying? Canada isn't, this is an editorial. They're saying Canada isn't done overreacting to the Freedom Convoy truckers. It argues that the Canadian government's response to the 2022 Freedom Convoy protests was excessive and continues to be so through ongoing legal actions against its organizers. The editorial, authored by the Wall Street Journal editorial board, focuses on the convictions of key convoy figures Tamara Litch and Chris Barber, who I've never spoken to, but he's very afraid of me because he's a coward and talks about me from time to time in very negative ways, I'm told. But doesn't have the balls to ever talk to me or come over here. The invitation has been extended several times, but he's a coward because he knows I know the truth. I'm not so sure I would welcome him now. He should shut his mouth. He's got a big mouth. But now I'm pissed. I was pretty tolerant for a while. Yeah, I know. I said that when Trudeau invoked the Emergencies Act that it was the end of Canada, and in many ways it was. I still think that he shouldn't have done that. It was a trap. But there were many things going on all at the same time. And I'm tired of talking about the sacred convoy. I just want it to go away. But if it's not a big deal, if it was just a protest, why are we still talking about it after all this time? Because it was everything. It was at the center of everything. It was at the catalyst of everything. The beatings in the street were a photo op that the people who wanted to tear down our country needed. Do you really think, oh my God. The poor woman trampled by the horses. I was buying into it because we'd never seen anything like that in Canada before. Think about it. What is a woman with a walker doing at the front of a protest where you have cops who've been warning you for days that if you don't leave, they're going to beat the crap out of you, and you have mounted police on horseback for crowd control? What kind of people put a vulnerable old woman with a walker right out in front? If you were a decent human being, wouldn't you put her at the back or tell her it's okay? You don't have to be here today. Go back to the hotel room. We'll send some people over with some hot soup and some coffee. We'll take care of you over there. You can contribute in some other way. Make some phone calls, post online, do a video. But no, they take her and they push her right to the front where she gets trampled accidentally on purpose by a horse. Did she mean for that to happen? Sure has been good for the movement, though, hasn't it? I would, if I would never have let that lady. If I was there, I'd be like, come back, get away. It's too dangerous. Decent human beings protect the vulnerable. Decent human beings don't hide behind them. You know who does that? Cowards. I'm so sick of this. It's all lies. And then they sit there and say, don't listen to the mainstream media. Everything they tell you is a lie. Yeah, that's to disarm you so that they can fill your head, all of your heads, with lies. Oh, I feel better. I'm so pissed. I've had it up to here. Like, really, I've had it. We don't deserve this at all. There's no need for this at all. What the government did during the pandemic was wrong. The governments react. Governments respond to demands from the public for things. Governments respond to threats. Our government can't just come out and say, the United States wants to take us over. This is a big problem. We're going to defend ourselves. Because then that gets flipped around into something that would be presented to the public as a threat from Canada. And then that might trigger an actual invasion. So you can't deal with it that way. You have to do it behind the scenes, deal with it subtly. You don't negotiate in public. You let Donald Trump kick you in the shins, kick you in the balls, kick you here, kick you there, kick you all over the place. And you just take it. And then you just quietly negotiate and you do your things and you make your deals. And people don't understand what the hell is really going on because deals are made here, deals are made there, and deals that are done are done on the side. You get something from here for something over there, and then they let you have this. And then they go, well, why did they make that deal over there? It makes no sense. But what you don't know is there was a backroom deal made. And that the two things are related, but they don't appear to be related. Like ostriches and oil. In the 51st state. And a billionaire out of New York. And BS from the White House. And I know too much. I've been too close to some of this stuff. Way too close. Some people are very afraid. And I have to adhere to ethics. I have to say what I say, the way I say it. And even here, I have to be careful what I say. Even now, as pissed as I am, I can only say this. I love my country. I haven't changed. Some people are saying, you've changed. No, I have not. Not me. No, I just know what I know. And I know that I'm going to stand up for my country. I'm going to defend it. And that's what I'm doing in the chair every night. That's why I started sitting here in the chair when the Freedom Convoy started rolling. That's what I was doing before the Freedom Convoy started rolling. I was trying to save the country, like many other people. With politics, I'd never protested in my life before. I've been to protests as a journalist, but I was sort of retired. Yeah, I went out to a couple of protests because I disagreed with what the government was doing. Too much, man. Way too much. Masks and lockdowns and things that didn't make sense, and it was stupid, and forcing people to get a thing in the arm. No, stop. Way too much. But why was the government doing that? Because Canada had to align with what the United States was doing, whether it was truckers going over the border. Our policies had to align with theirs because our trade was the same as theirs. We're always looking to the States, and what happens in the States kind of happens up here. And the tail was wagging the dog. And who brought us all this crap? You know who. The guy that everybody seems to, not everybody, but half the people seem to want to worship, who can do no wrong. The guy connected to this guy here, Donald Trump. He's the guy who gave it to us. And even I back then, it was like, they're tricking him. Oh, they're duping him. Oh, that Fauci, that evil Fauci. They duped him. He's playing tricks on Trump. No, Trump was in charge the whole time. He could have made anything he wants happen. He's certainly doing it now. It's called unitary executive power. We don't have it here in Canada because we have something much closer to an actual democracy. Not down there. They've got a guy with a Sharpie who, just with a stroke of his Sharpie, makes declarations. Try that in Canada. Can't do that up here. Doesn't work. Oh, we got a tyrannical, corrupt government, Rick. Trudeau does whatever he wants. Trudeau's not there anymore. Didn't have enough power to stick around. He wasn't a dictator. Oh, he used the Emergencies Act. Why was that? Because the country was under threat. We saw that there was intelligence telling the government that. That was one of the things going on. The other stuff was true too. Thousands of people came out and had no idea. Most people still don't. That's why I'm telling you what I'm telling you right now. Yes, thousands came out for the right reasons. Some people didn't. Some people at the heart of the matter. Separatists. Corrupt people. People seeking political power. Now, I'm not saying that what you saw in that video that Peaceman showed you, that those people were doing anything illegal. They have the right to association. Yes, they do. Were there people breaching bail conditions in there? I can't say for certain because I haven't seen the actual conditions for those people at the certain dates and what was going on and were they meeting the conditions. I don't really care at this point, and it's all kind of history. The important thing for you to know from what happened 2 nights ago on this program, what you need to know is that those people in there, they are part of a network. Some of you watching right now, even in the chats, some of our Mavericks may be part of it. And you have a choice to make. Which side are you on? Are you on the side of lies and deception, all designed to tear down our country? Are you on the side of the traitors? Or are you on the side of truth? Like real truth, like I'm talking about right now, like just the raw truth, just calling it out. And I mean, you don't have to not believe, like, don't take it from me, take it from that guy. He's telling you, while pretending to be a Canadian. He's not. He's a patriot, but not a Canadian patriot. These people running around unwittingly, many of them calling themselves patriots. They're not Canadian patriots. American. Go back, look at your history. Do you know what they called people before 1867? The people who defended this place against the Americans? Do you know what they were called? Anybody? I'm not looking in the chat. Loyalists. Are you loyal to Canada? I am. That is being patriotic. A lot of us have been fooled, duped. Me too. By fake freedom fighters. Freedom. Everybody uses the word. What does it really mean? I want a republic. I don't want a republic. I don't want one guy sitting in an office with a Sharpie making up laws. I want the voice of the people heard. But we can't get what we want. That's democracy. Democracy means putting up with a lot of crap you don't like because it's about compromise. It's about working together, give and take, so that you don't have to oppress people or go to war. So you don't have to commit genocide against First Nations. You work with them instead of telling them. That's the Canadian way. That's the way. That's why Sir John A. Macdonald, a conservative, by the way, that's why he didn't want Canada to have a government like they have in the United States. And all these people, these scuzzbags running around saying Canada is not even a real country. They're full of BS. I've been working for the past 2 months on something that I'm going to share with you, if I can just find the time to get it done. It's showing exactly why it's just a huge pack of lies. Canada is more of a country, more of a real country than the United States is, as much as I love the United States, and I do. And it does represent, in many respects, freedom, or at least it did until now, with Trump 2.0 and his authoritarian, tyrannical orangeness and the constant interventions into our politics. I want the ostriches gone. If RFK Jr. wants them, let him have them. Send them now. End it. It's not about the ostriches. Let them deal with them. Lies, lies, lies. And some of the people opposing, like the people fighting, I'm telling you right now, it's such an intricate and complex psyop. I'm telling you, some of the people calling for the cull are on the same side, or some of the people fighting the two, they're on the same side. They've been here, and they're really part of the same group, and it all works out to getting the same thing. It's all such crap. I can get into that too. There's a bunch of stuff I never showed you because it was stuff that was sent to me, and it was all like a trap that some people sent to me. They were trying to get me to bite on it so that I would discredit myself. People that had presented themselves to me as, trustworthy. No, I wasn't quite stupid enough in that particular case to bite on it. And, fortunately I didn't. But it just dealing with that, the ostriches over there, and the deception and the lies, even that was an education. Every day is a damn education sitting in this chair. And it's not about sitting in the chair. It's about being on the phone and getting out and meeting people. And I do. And I have some other stuff I'm going to be shooting in the next probably week that I'll be sharing with you too. I mean, just all these issues. As you know, 30 some years, 35 years in journalism, 25 just at CTV, the stuff I've been able to see, the places I've been able to go, it's been a real privilege, to be the eyes and the ears of the public for all that length of time. But even through all of that, the journalism school, studying economics, everything that I ever did, nothing has prepared me for this. This is all new. I didn't even plan to talk like this tonight. I had all these other stories lined up, and I'm just going on because I told you I'm in a bit of a mood because I'm pissed off. And so this is just me off the top of my head tonight. This is Rick Walker Unfiltered. All haters to Channel 2. I wish you wouldn't hate me. I wish you would understand. And that's okay. You can go over there and tell everybody how much you hate me, Chris. Yep. That's okay. I'm just not racist enough for some people, apparently. And I'm not going to be. I told you that a long time ago. I said, if you want me to hate the Jews, you're talking to the wrong guy. You want me to hate the Palestinians? No, wrong guy. Not me. So browbeat me, and it's just not going to happen. And I didn't fleece Johnny Gaza. John sometimes would donate some money, and greatly appreciated for doing that. But rules are rules. And if you push too far and you start sharing lies, you start doing things that are going to hurt people, wittingly or unwittingly, I won't allow it. I don't care how much money you donate. I don't care what opportunities are presented to me. I don't care what governments offer me money. I don't care. I'm not going to do it because I'm not making a deal with the devil, any devil. And I'm not going to sign on with it. I didn't fleece Johnny Gaza. I still like John, and I still text with him sometimes on the phone. And I expect he will come back at some point, and I hope that he does. But we're not sharing fake news sites around here and and other things. But that's between him and me and the mods that we have, and just being decent people and trying to do the right things. I am kind of semi-retired over here. That's why I'm able to do this. Yeah, I do ask for people to support the channel. I do, like everybody does, because it costs money to run this place. And that's the message for you guys over there on Rumble Channel 2 right now. You're in there complaining that you have no free speech. Rick took our free speech. Did I? Chris, as you sit over there using your free speech to complain about not having any free speech on a platform that you have said openly that you will not support, you can't support this, you're not going to support this channel, not going to support the channel that you're on every night, not going to support the chat, not going to support it. Nope, because Rick's terrible, a terrible human being. Yeah, don't like Rick. I'm here to hate on him every night. And that's okay. Go ahead. You have your free speech. And we're paying for it. I'm paying for it. The people who donate here are paying for you to sit in there every night, night in, night out, Chris, to tell everybody how much you hate Canada, how much you hate me, and you go right ahead. You keep showing everybody exactly what you are. And that's a choice. I'm not putting words in your mouth, and I'm not, Isabel, I love you. I never put a single word in your bloody mouth. Not one. Anything you said, you said. And I don't creep your Facebook page as per your email to me. I went to your sorry, not your email, your Facebook page. I went there to look at what you had for sale because I was working on that story about places with the elbows up merchandise no longer being popular and people being stuck with it. I went there to see if you were still selling the stuff. As a result of going there, I happened to see all the other crap you had been posting. Then you called into the show. And then I asked you about it. And anything that came out of your mouth came out of your mouth. I didn't put any words in your mouth. You put them in there, and then you spewed them out. And that's a choice. And how you respond to me talking to you about it is your choice. And you can be in the chat too, I guess. And then that's a choice. Every day you make a choice. You can double down on being whatever it is you want to be, or whatever it is you have become, or you can work to be a better person, or to help other people, or to do good things and use your influence to make the country better, the world better. That's why I'm here trying to get everybody a little closer to the truth, because the truth is what will set us free. As much as that's a cliche, it is true. Because if you are living a lie, you have to maintain the lie. Lies beget more lies. It becomes a web of lies. You get sucked into the lies. You start to live the lie. That is slavery. And we all have a choice to make in that regard. Do we choose to live the lie? Some people do. Some people like it. I don't understand it. One lie, to maintain the lie, you have to tell more lies. Then you end up living in a world of lies. Everything that's being done to tear this country down right now is all predicated on a pack of lies. People who pretend to be pro-Canada. I'm saving Canada. I'm here to save Canada. No, they're not. They're here. They've been here to destroy the country, to rip it apart for different reasons. And I'm sick of it. When I was a teenager, I was 14 years old, and I created a superhero. Superhero. His name, Captain Ass Kicker. It's just a joke. I just made it up, but it's always stuck in my head. My brother at the time had a girlfriend, and we were just sitting around, and I don't remember what the conversation was about, but I just made up this stupid character, Captain Ass Kicker. CAC, C-A-K, Captain Ass Kicker. He doesn't have he does karate chops but mostly his superpower is his ass kicking abilities. I was thinking about it today, and I just what we really need right now? We need Captain Ass Kicker to go out there and kick some ass because it's just time. It's just time to stop pussyfooting around, stop being so timid, stop being quite so diplomatic, and just tell Donald Trump to stuff it. Just shut the hell up. Stop making up numbers. Look what he did to Jerome Powell yesterday. God, clearly the guy was just making up numbers. And Jerome Powell is like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, let me see that. And he looks at it and he goes, well, you're adding in the construction of an entire third building that was built 5 years ago. That's not part of this. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's just so stupid. Yeah, we're responsible for all the fentanyl deaths in the United States, apparently. It's just bullshit. That's manufacturing consent for some sort of an invasion or takeover. Somebody's got to go out there and start kicking some ass. We need Captain Ass Kicker. Yeah. See, thing is, as I went through it, and this is something I've been working on for a while anyway, because I was going to incorporate this into our War of the Worlds thing. Captain Ass Kicker is American, but he's on our side. He's not on Donald Trump's side. He's not MAGA. He's not a maggot. He's Captain Ass Kicker. He gets up in the morning, you know what he does? He kicks ass. That's what he does. He gets up and he kicks ass to the left and he kicks ass to the right. Captain Ass Kicker, he's out of sight. Captain Ass Kicker. America's only true superhero, friend of Canada.
y'all better stand back. He's laced up his boots, cracked open a cold one, and somebody's about to get it. C-A-K! Well, he rolls into town on a Harley so loud, with a stars and stripes cape and a jaw like a plow. Don't need no laser beams, no high-tech tricks. He just winds up that boot and lets it fly real quick. He kicks ass to the left, kicks ass to the right. Captain Ass Kicker's looking for a fight. From sundown to sunrise, he'll brawl and bite, 'cause Captain Ass Kicker is alright. He's the outlaw hero of this one-horse town, putting punks in their place, laying bad guys down. Ain't no Cape Crusader wearing tights and blush, just a trucker hat and a boot full of hush. He kicks ass in the morning, kicks ass at night. C-A-K, don't care if you're wrong or right. You run your mouth, he's quick to ignite. Yeah, Captain Ass Kicker is died right. He don't fly, he don't swing from no thread. He'll just kick your ego straight out of your head. Justice don't come with a judge and a gavel. It comes with a boot and a trail of gravel. He's banned from 6 states and a Waffle House, but the people still cheer when he clears the louts. He don't play nice, don't read no scripts. He just cocked his foot. Oh, there it ripped! He kicks ass in the east, kicks ass in the west. C-A-K, don't sleep, he don't need rest. If there's trouble brewing, he's your invite. Captain Ass Kicker is bringing the fight. So when the night gets rough and the law's too slow, you better call on the man with the steel-toed glow. Captain Ass Kicker, kicking ass since the day he learned to war.
Somebody's got to kick his ass. Yep. That's what I'm all about.
Greetings, brave Mavericks. Our quest for truth continues. We go beyond fake news. Together we expose propaganda. Together we pull others out of rabbit holes. We are maverick thinkers. We are all unique individuals. Defenders of individual rights and freedoms. Credible. Trusted. Grounded in reality. Maverick News. Maverick News. Defending free speech. Free speech. Donate at freedomreporters.com. Do it now. Tomorrow may be too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. Maverick News. The world is watching.
Okay. What I'm thinking is it's time for Truspiracies, because I went into the future to find out what the news is going to be on July, what's the date? 28th, I believe. Yeah, and the date today is only the 25th. So I have the news from 3 days in the future in my hot little hands. What did Rush Limbaugh used to say? In his formerly nicotine-stained hands, will mine never being nicotine-stained because I don't smoke. But I do have the future in my hot little hands. And I'm going to share it with you right now. All right, so brace yourselves because this week's edition of the Inquirer, or I should say next week's edition, is just packed full of stuff that's just going to scare the living crap out of you. Right here on the top, it says Pandemic Panic Returns, 22 new viruses found. Oh, I know many don't believe that viruses exist, but the National Enquirer says it's so it must be. Pandemic Panic Returns, 22 new viruses found. And it's right there, 22 new ones. And right below that, the Epstein client list cover-up exposed. And I haven't even touched on the most important story. That is the Presley family war. You know, these tabloids always seem to focus on stories from my youth. Perhaps because I'm in the demographic where it's like, I don't know how to use the internet. So I have to still get the newspaper from the grocery store. Old school all the way. And here it is. They still make a living, I guess, printing these things. But of course they do, because why? They have future news. This isn't going to happen until like 3 days from now. It's right there. I told you. I used my time machine and I went to the food basics and got caught in a time portal. Let's see what we have inside. Oh, Gutfeld. See, Gutfeld, belly up. He's getting fat. That's what it says right here. Gas bag, Greg Gutfeld, isn't just puffed up with hot air. The Fox host's flabby figure has made him the laughingstock of the newsroom. Sources, who shall remain unnamed, tell the National Enquirer. The 60-year-old's more svelte co-workers were snickering at pictures of the porky pundit walking shirtless on the beach in Miami with his wife, Elena Musa, on June 27th. That's from the past. Just so you know, because you might be wondering what day it is today, given how much time travel we're doing. They're saying Greg needs to do something about those belly rolls and man boobs. Gutfeld has man boobs. Are they as appealing as Tay-Tay's tatas? That's the best one ever. I don't think I have that one around here anymore. Tay-Tay's tatas. Taylor Swift's enhanced cleavage. Man boobs. The photos were especially laughable since Greg was once a fitness nut and was formerly the editor-in-chief of Men's Health. Not so healthy now. Yeah, my wife. Oh, she makes me so fat. She bought me cookies, and she shouldn't do that because they do. If you buy the cookies, I will eat the cookies. I keep telling her that. She doesn't care, though. I think you know what it is? It's the dad bod. That's what it is. It's just keep feeding him the cookies. Let's face it, the dad bod, it's irresistible. Yeah. Oh, also, this isn't in the Enquirer. My friend Pete phoned me today. Woke me up, by the way, because I was up working like literally all night on some other stuff to pay the bills because I don't fleece people. I stayed up all night working, and a phone rang. It was about, I don't know, 9:30 a.m. I'd been asleep maybe an hour. Rick, happy birthday! I was like, what? Happy birthday! What the hell are you talking about? It's your birthday. No, it's not. And I have to come clean. I've told you guys I will not ever lie to you, or I'll not knowingly, I won't wittingly lie to you. And then I realized what he was talking about. He got my birthday off some internet thing where I lied because I lied about my birthday. But it's not a lie if I tell you that I did it. So I have to tell you, for that reason, for journalistic ethical reasons, I am hereby divulging and admitting that I lied on the internet about my birthday, which my friend Pete then came across somehow and realized that it was my birthday, which it's not. But the reason I did that, just so you understand, is because if I give my actual birthday online, hackers who keep coming here to try to shut this place down can use that information as part of what they do to hack into everything we do here. So I don't put my real birthday out there if I can avoid it at all. So what I can say is the date that he had, like today, is not my birthday, but I'm not telling you when it is. Although I may have revealed that in the past, but I'm not revealing it. That's why I lied, but it's not a lie if I tell you that I lied. So I'm off the hook. But anyway, I didn't tell Pete when my birthday really was. I told him today was not my birthday, but I still accepted his birthday wish, whether it was belated or premature. Either way, I took it because I need all the positive reinforcement I can get, especially with the ongoing onslaught, the huge tsunami of hate coming from Channel 2 on Rumble every night. Fears for shrinking Seacrest. Health mystery deepens as Ryan stuffs himself. This is all about food, man. Ryan Seacrest is losing weight, I guess. And the Wheel of Fortune host, 50 years old, 50 now, posted a series of photos on Instagram, including pics of him wearing ankle weights and holding a pan of grub. He eats grubs? He loves to tell people how much he eats and what he eats, and that he's indulging in pasta and carbs, and that he's absolutely fine, but no one is buying that. An insider, who shall remain nameless, explains. So they're either too fat, too skinny. He's got to eat more. He's got to eat less. And my wife keeps buying me cookies. It's a conspiracy. It's the snackability of those cookies that makes them so dangerous. You can't eat just one. And she bought them from a place called Parks Blueberries when she was out working yesterday. She came back. She was out driving around, seeing her people that she had to go see, and she brought home these cookies, and it's just too good. That's so bad. Jen's new role hurts her heart. Mom drama rips open old wounds. Jennifer Aniston's newest role will bring back many disturbing memories of her late mother, Nancy Dow. Oh, we're going to go to all but need to make sure to. You have to stick around because we have Maverick Midnight Matinee coming up at the end of tonight's Maverick News broadcast. But what could be more entertaining than what we're going through right now? This gets a lot better, by the way. The Friends alum, 56 years old now. Wow, she's getting up there. Oh, don't ever ask a lady's age. Is on board to executive produce and star in Jeanette McCurdy's best-selling memoir, I'm Glad My Mom Died. I'm not even going to touch that. Okay, anti-divorce Denise Flubb's marriage number 2. This is Charlie Sheen's old flame, current flame, whatever flame. Yeah. Only 4 months after insisting she'd never get divorced again, Denise Richards' husband, Aaron Pfeifers, filed for the dissolution of their marriage! Exclamation point. It's not easy being married to me, the former Bond girl confessed on a March episode of her Bravo series, Denise Richards and Her Wild Things, an inside look at her family and famous friends. I never watched that stuff. I probably should though, but man, she says it's not easy being married to me. No kidding, high maintenance woman. Like, look at her. Look at what she is. She's rich. She's beautiful. She always has been. She's a movie star. Like, what do you do with that? What does she need any man for? Well, aside from, that. Oh, I made myself lightheaded. Stop it. It's because I didn't sleep all night. Except for that. Well, she got what she wanted. Now she's got kidlets. Yeah, that'll teach you. Oh, Charlie Sheen. No wonder he's no wonder he's like a Skid Row drug addict. Look what happened to him. Don't ever marry a high maintenance supermodel movie star woman. Bad news, man. Do what I did. 40 years of cookies. It's way better in the end. Yeah. Not so much for her. She has to put up with me. I'm pretty high maintenance too. Gotta keep bringing me cookies. Fears Rachel is cooked. Who is this? This is what's her name? Booze, weird behavior, freak out fans and friends. I didn't make it up. That's the headline. It's kind of like what we do here every night, right? Drinking too much. Way too much coffee. Booze, weird behavior, freak out fans. We have those here. Don't we have those here? Are you freaking out over there on Rumble Channel 2? Are you hating me? Worrisome Rachel Ray. All my friends. You are my friends, even though you hate my guts. How much do you hate my guts? I hate your guts more than any guts ever. It's okay. Hate away. Hate. Worrisome Rachel Ray is you have to do it over there. That's the haters channel for you guys. You can go over there and be hateful to me. Observers noticed that the 56-year-old celebrity chef seemed out of it as she arrived an estimated 20 minutes late to a meet and greet and bottle signing event to promote her staple gin in New York City. Duh. What else are you gonna do at a bottle signing ceremony thing? I'm a little bit late showing up. How do I sign the bottle? By the way, I didn't really preview much out of this before tonight, so this is just me learning, going through these at the same time as you. It's all news to me, so it's all news to you. And Diddy is going broke. Diddy. Yeah. Did he or didn't he? He did. And so did Donald. Donald diddled, and so did Diddy. They diddled together just a little too much, and now they've got problems. And it ain't going away. Yeah. Lawsuits, legal fees, and crumbling biz bleeding him dry. Well, if you're dry, you need to go see Rachel. You might want to drown your sorrows over there with her gin. Sophia was speeding in unsafe vehicle. Caitlin's soulmate didn't have to die. I don't even want to read that, so I'm not going to. This is a Caitlyn Jenner story, and I don't care. What is this about? Oh my. Deb's revenge romance. Deborah Lee Furness, who was all smiles at the Australian Open on January 25th, is said to have her sights set on the king of dance, the king of disco, Johnny T. What? What, Mr. Carter? What? What? Remember the Welcome Back, Carter? That's all. Yeah, everybody else remembers him from Saturday Night Fever and his thing with Olivia Newton-John there. Hughes ex-nurses, a Saturday Night Fever has a Hughes ex-nurses, a Saturday Night Fever for John Travolta. Rebound romance is such sweet revenge. And now Deborah Lee Furness, who was unceremoniously dumped by Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, dumped, has her sights set on a new leading man, John Travolta, sources tell the National Enquirer. Okay, well, those sources are unnamed, but we have other verifiable information that Tom Cruise is trying to rescue Johnny T, because I guess Johnny T's latest movie has been something of a flop. So Tommy is helping Johnny through his flop. John Travolta is getting savaged for his latest movie flop, High Rollers, and sources reveal that longtime frenemy, kind of like me and Leo, and fellow Scientologist Tom Cruise has rushed to his aid, offering advice in hopes of getting the Saturday Night Fever star back on track. Sources say that the 63-year-old movie Daredevil, praised for saving the summer blockbuster with his hit Top Gun, Maverick, and Mission Impossible flicks. Yeah, they were pretty good. Yeah. I don't really like Mission Impossible stuff that much, but that's okay. It's taking pity on pathetic Travolta, 71. There was a time when Tom would have gloated over seeing John fall on his face, back when there was definitely a frenemy vibe between them. Tattles, an insider. I wonder if it's the same people who tattled on Taylor's tatas. Tay-Tay's tatas. They never really gelled, even though they are both Scientologists. Oh my God. Speaking of Scientology, did you see that story about the this isn't even in here. This is like for real. This is a real story. The Doom woman. What's that woman's name? Oh my God. I can't remember. It's the crazy woman. I gotta look this up for you. It's just horrific. The Doom woman. Oh, I'll find it maybe when I'm on I'll find it for you later. Oh, maybe it's right there. Yeah, Doomsday Mom. Yeah, Lori Vallow. That's what it was. Doomsday Mom. Here, look, I'll show you. Let this be a lesson to all of us. Doomsday Mom, Lori Vallow, handed 2 more life sentences. In Arizona murder conspiracy trials. The reason I bring it up is because this lady is all into conspiracy stuff. And the Doomsday Mom, already serving life sentences in Idaho, and the deaths of her 2 youngest children and a romantic rival, received 2 more life sentences Friday, today, in her murder conspiracy trials. In April, she was found guilty of conspiring to kill her 4th husband, Charles Vallow. 4 husbands. In July of 2019, Vallow Daybell, who represented herself at the trial, told jurors that her brother shot Charles Vallow in self-defense after a family argument. Anyway, she was into all of this like end of world stuff, end of time stuff. It's this sort of aberration, distorted version of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints religion, but like taken to a real extreme. And she was preparing for the end of the world, like some people I know, who I wish would just climb a little bit more out of that rabbit hole so that you don't end up like her. Because that stuff, after a while, will drive you crazy, which is why you should not let yourself be a slave to the lies. Because the lies they are telling you, some of them are designed to literally drive you crazy, because the people who want to destroy everything are weaponizing mental illness. Cloudy outlook for NBC's aging Al. Sunny Al Roker brightens America's mornings, but behind NBC's shiny studio lights, storm clouds are gathering, and the veteran weatherman might need more than an umbrella to save his career. Sources tell Starlight Shudder that while execs claim they're worried about Al's health, insiders say the real forecast reads early retirement, which is like, you're fired. Get out of here. And he's got a 90% chance of forced exit, it says here. Yes, Al's had his medical scares, says one insider who shall remain nameless, pointing to the weathercaster's battles with blood clots, leg dressing, and recent hospital stays. And I won't even continue to read about that because I know that's going to immediately spark talk about a certain thing. And Andy Band, which is fine, you can talk about it if you want, but we don't want to go too far with that tonight because that's just going to take us down another path that we've done many times before. Andy bans housewives from his new house. I don't care. Leo's arm candy honey gets itchy. Oh, well, doesn't this look spicy? Ultimatum looms as Vittoria refuses to stay in his shadow. Lothario Leonardo DiCaprio's model girlfriend, Vittoria Serretti, has publicly vented her frazzled state over dating a dude more famous than she is. And now insiders tell the National Enquirer the pair's romance is at a crossroads as they face a difficult decision about, marriage. Won't last. Don't do it, Leo. Vittoria has a lot of backbone. She's very much her own woman, and that's something Leo admires about her. But the downside is that she's not content to just be his plus one. Spills an insider who shall remain nameless. I should get some insiders like that. I need some excuse me, who wants to be an insider? Just call up and give me the inside dope. Well, again, like, do you really think that it's going to last with a woman like that? Seriously? You think she's going to bring you cookies? I don't think so. I think you bring her cookies. But not too many. I don't think she got anybody bringing her cookies. It don't look like she eats too many cookies to me. She's pretty much cookie free. And she's itchy. See, here's my tip as someone who's been married for like over 40 years. If they get itchy, scratch them. But not too hard. Lightly. Very, very lightly. Just this little, like, gentle scratching. Yeah. Just a little bit. Not too hard. Unless they really, no, I'm not even, no, I'm not, nope. That's as far as I go. I'm not going to talk about Anna's secret lover. Don't care. Dying Queen Liz dissed Meghan. Oh my God. Is nothing sacred? Dying Queen Elizabeth blasted Prince Harry's wife Meghan in private conversations before she passed away in September of 2022. And the monarch's unflinching words are proof that she hated her grandson's outspoken American bride. I hate her, the evil queen. Hated Meghan. Oh, the queen is rolling over in her grave tonight. Elizabeth made shocking remarks about Harry's union with the former Suits stunner to guests at her Scottish estate of Balmoral just 1 month before she died at age 96, according to the Daily Mail. So they scalped this from another newspaper. Well, that's not future news. That's history. They're talking about never mind. Charles haunted by ex's mystery death. Sickly King Charles, he has cancer, by the way. He is haunted by the decades-old death of his longtime mistress, You been hanging out with the Diddy guy? I don't know, I guess about that. Who mysteriously perished shortly after the fatal car crash of his publicly adored ex-wife, Princess Diana, which freed the skirt-chasing royal to take favorite lover Camilla as his future queen. Courtiers confide. Or the courtiers. As an undisclosed form of cancer saps Charles of his strength, the former playboy, kind of like Donnie T, 76 years old, is beside himself amid dogged accusations that he's linked to the November 1997 death of Lady Dale Kanga Tryon. Sources say. Everyone knows Charles was once cold-hearted and ruthless when it came to the women he wanted and the others who got in his way. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Monster dad trolls for gals from behind bars. Well, this is interesting. These look like fine, upstanding citizens, don't they? Look at that. I think Donald Trump is the only president, by the way, who used a mugshot for his presidential portrait. Strange, isn't it? Child torturer depicts himself as Mr. Normal. Monster dad, David Turpin, who notoriously shackled, beat, and starved his 13 children at the family's squalid California home, is now trying to lure a woman into his sadistic world from behind bars. This sounds very American to me. It's kind of like the Brady Bunch on crack. Prison letters exclusively obtained by the National Enquirer show the caged 63-year-old is crafting sweet-talking notes to snag a girlfriend. And who wouldn't want to get a man like that? And incredibly dispensing dad-like advice to pen pals. My opinion is that you should be with somebody who appreciates you, lifts you up, and makes you feel special, states the slime ball, who used chains to keep his hungry kids away from food. In another letter, Turpin seems to try to come across as a picture-perfect father figure. Quote, I am happy that I encouraged you to go back to college, the handwritten letter states. I would love to help you with math. The creep opens another letter with, quote, how are you doing, sweetie? I wrote to you on August 15th, but I haven't received a reply. I hope I didn't make you feel bad with anything I said in the last letter. Well, what could you possibly say that would make someone feel bad? Monster dad. This could be a reality TV show. Let's get Donald Trump on that. The saccharine sentences belie the tormentor's dark side, which was exposed January 14th, 2018, when his long-suffering children were discovered inside a Paris, California hell house. After daughter Jordan, then 17, fled through a window. Excuse me. Nope, no gin in that. The children, then age 2, did a brave, successful bid to save her siblings. I don't want to read any more of this. That is truly too horrific. And, you know, it's real. And, of course, these guys have the goods, right? Like people like, you cannot, that's the newspaper you can believe the most. And in many cases, it seems to be the truth. Sort of. Undertaker taken down for gruesome bait and switch. A sicko Colorado funeral home owner who hoarded nearly 190 corpses while sending grieving families fake ashes has been sentenced to 20 years in prison. John Halford, the owner of Return to Nature Funeral Home, was convicted of cheating customers by failing to bury or cremate the dead, despite receiving payment for funeral services, as well as for defrauding the federal government out of nearly $900,000 in pandemic aid relief. The bodies, some of which had been dead for as many as 4 years, were found stacked on top of each other in a building in Penrose, a small town about 2 hours from Denver. The remains were discovered in early of October 2023. History, but we'll put a new spin on it. After neighbors reported a foul odor to the local sheriff. Families were devastated to discover their loved ones hadn't been cremated and that the ashes they'd been sent were fake. Derek Johnson, the son of one victim, told the judge he traveled 3,000 miles to testify about how his mother was thrown into a festering sea of death. Oh my, I can't believe this. Halford's wife and business partner, Carrie, was to go to trial last September, or in September, but is now expected to change her plea from not guilty, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Colorado. So prosecutors also accused both Halfords of illicitly spending the COVID-19 relief money on vehicles, cryptocurrency, laser body sculpting, because, you know, you got to look good when you're hoarding your corpses. I'm so sorry. Oh, did I say that? Oh. That is the darkest humor ever, I think. Oh my God. This is actually, this is a real thing. This is truth, apparently. And they also spent money on luxury purchases from Gucci and Tiffany and Company. Got to stay dressed up too. At his sentencing, John Halford apologized. Well, sorry about that. Jesus. Telling the judge that although he intended to make a positive impact on people's lives, everything got completely out of control, especially me. No kidding. Yeah, maybe just a little bit, eh? Maybe just went a little bit too far. I still hate myself for what I've done. Oh, well, at least he's remorseful. I have to say, does the woman look familiar to you? Let me get that up there for you. Not this woman. The woman right there. Who does she look like to you? I'm gonna look in the chat. Anybody? Somebody instantly came to mind when I saw that photo. Anybody? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I don't see anybody guessing. Nobody? I'll save it. Maybe I'll tell you who I think it looks like. But if I said the name, people would be outraged, especially if you like ostriches. It looks just like her. I'm not saying it's her. It just looks a lot like her. Epstein brother slams client list cover-up. Also, his brother, there was a clip online today, him talking about, the clip says that Jeffrey Epstein stopped hanging out. It's not that Trump stopped hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. It's that Epstein stopped hanging out with Donnie T, because Epstein realized that Trump was a crook. That's what the clip is. And Epstein's brother says there's a recorded interview of Epstein saying that. I haven't heard Epstein say it, but I did hear the clip today of his brother making that accusation. And it says here, the brother of notorious pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, who died behind bars in New York City under mysterious circumstances in 2019, insists the recent government release of 10 hours of jailhouse video proves there's a Department of Justice DOJ cover-up of his murder. Speaking exclusively to the National Enquirer 1 month before the 6th anniversary of his brother's officially declared suicide, Mark Epstein insists grainy CCTV video demonstrating no one entered the tier containing the financier's cell block is anything but conclusive evidence that Jeffrey took his own life. Quote, the video shows the door to the tier, but it doesn't show the door to his cell, Mark says. It's, as Rudy Bruce would say, bolt it. The Inquirer has also discovered that the video has a shocking 1-minute gap, and we've reported on that. Just before midnight on August 9th, Jeffrey, who was being held at the Metropolitan Correctional Center as he awaited trial on suspected sex trafficking, was discovered hanging from a bedsheet on August 10th at 6:30 a.m. Did they really think that we weren't going to see this and figure this out? An incredulous Instagram user asks. And it goes on. And we keep hearing about it. And there are some pretty gruesome pictures in here. Autopsy photos of Jeffrey Epstein, which most people will not be able to see for at least 3 days because we have next week's news today. Yeah, you can see marks on his neck. And Dan Bongino and Kash Patel say he did commit suicide. And there's nothing to see because the list doesn't exist, and it's all a Democrat hoax. It's a witch hunt. It's just Russia, Russia, Russia all over again. And it's about time that we all open our eyes to the truth. As you can see, these people are awake, very, very awake. You see, you can tell from their eyes that they're very awake, especially her. She has very, very awake eyes. Wake up! If you want to wake up, you got to get the Inquirer because inquiring minds want to know. Spider-Man Andrew weaves clingy web. Spider-Man hunk Andrew Garfield is hot and heavy with actress Monica Barbaro. Actually, she looks like she could be wife material. Not too hot, not too cold. A couple of cookies. Just a couple. A mom bod. There's where you want to go. But friends say the big screen bug is incredibly clingy. Well, that's because he's Spider-Man. And they're warning him to loosen his web and give the beauty space or risk driving her away like he did former gal pals, including Easy A Babe, Emma Stone. The 41-year-old Hacksaw Ridge star could barely keep his hands off the 35-year-old A, complete unknown Oscar nominee, as they strolled along the beach in Malibu with her dog, Augustus. Hey, man, you got yourself a babe with a mom bod, a couple of cookies in her, hanging out, taking along that dog for, I mean, you've got practically a whole family there as it is. You are set, baby. You don't want to let her go. She's a keeper. And good age, good work, just a little bit younger than you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That could be a good Hollywood match. If there are any good Hollywood matches. Presley's go to war over twins. Lisa Marie's ex defies dying wish. Lisa Marie Presley's ex-husband, Michael Lockwood, is taking an anything-goes approach to parenting the deceased Graceland's heiress surviving teenage twins, Finley and Harper, say sources, who claim the hands-off approach is generating serious concern on the Presley side of the family. Quoting, whatever. Presley's. Do you like... Here's a good question we all need to ask ourselves. Do you live next door to a serial killer? Well, if you haven't asked yourself that, maybe it's time you should. You better do that. Do you live next door to a serial killer? I would say, statistically speaking, and based on the behavior of my neighbors, it's highly likely that at least one of them is a serial killer. I wonder what they think of me Study reveals which states breed the scariest psychos. A frightening new study has revealed the top 4 American states that appear to be breeding grounds for psychopaths. And here they are, ladies and gentlemen: Nevada, New York, South Dakota, and Texas. In a fascinating glimpse into how human personalities develop, researchers at the University of Copenhagen assembled survey data from nearly 2 million people worldwide, including more than 144,000 Americans across all 50 states. The team's goal was to determine the prevalence of so-called dark personality traits, which consist of psychopathy, narcissism, and the desire to... this page is not, it's partly folded over. I have to urge the desire urge to exploit others. According to experts, those unsavory qualities can sometimes conspire to produce psychos, sociopaths, and even serial killers. The scientists ultimately discovered that areas with higher levels of poverty, crime, fraud, corruption, inequality, and violence are more likely to produce exploitive people and individuals with less empathy. And you guys want to become the 51st state? All you haters over there in Channel 2, are you on board with that? You want to be Americanos? You're going to move to you're going to move down there and have a serial killer for a neighbor in Texas, where I actually wanted to move at one point, and Nevada and New York and South Dakota. I actually like Texas very much. And I thought when I was younger, it might be a good place to move because it's warmer there. They don't get snow. That's really why I was looking at it. That was really the only reason. And then I realized, nope. China's army of 22 new viruses threatens globe. It's not just 22 new viruses. It's an army of Chinese viruses. Wow. Bat-borne menaces may trigger pandemics. Are you afraid? You should be. Very, very afraid. Scientists in China have discovered 22 potentially pandemic-causing viruses never before detected in nature, including 2 that are genetically similar to horrifying contagions notorious for killing humans, sources say. The spine-chilling finds were made by researchers studying kidneys collected from colonies of bats in the nation's Yunnan province between 2017 and 2021. An alarming development, given that the flying mammals were roosting near fruit orchards that neighbor suburban towns. If you put the bats near the psycho neighborhoods, it might just take care of your problem for you. These viruses are particularly concerning, raising alarm about potential human exposure via contamination of contaminated fruits or water. Molecular virologist Professor Vinod Balasubramanian of Australia's Monash University says in a statement cited by Newsweek, it is unknown if human exposure to the new viruses would actually result in infections, but bats have been blamed in the past, as we know, for if we're introducing several catastrophe causing bugs to humanity, including Ebola, SARS, MERS, and COVID-19. The danger to humans is considerable, Manhattan internist Dr. Stuart Fisher tells the National Enquirer. These viruses have the potential to jump from bats to humans. They can get inside our bodies and develop a resistance to our natural immune responses. Essentially, the virus can learn to outsmart our immune systems. Well, isn't that scary? I thought my immune system was pretty intelligent. Yeah. AI chatbots can wreck your health. Well, don't do that. AI chatbots often provide false health information. That's true, putting users' well-being at risk, a new study has found. Researchers at several institutions, including the University of South Australia, Flinders University, Harvard Medical School, University College London, and the Warsaw University of Technology, found that chatbots developed by OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, Meta, and X Corp can easily be programmed to deliver false medical and health information. Well, of course they are. It's all about depopulation. Put false information in the AI, then you get people to mistreat themselves and kill themselves. That's the whole thing. Not. Okay. Dallas cheerleaders. Now, this is a labor story. And it's not about the crossword. It's about the Dallas cheerleaders getting a 400% pay boost. Pro Football's famed Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders have scored a whopping 400% pay increase. They're down there in Texas land. No. But sources say the famed high-kicking chicks had to fight tooth and nail for it after being paid less than water boys. Now, I had no idea. Incredibly, while players average $2 million annually, many NFL cheerleaders get just $150 per game, or $22,500 yearly, compared to water boys who pull down $53,000 per year, and even goofy mascots pocketing $25,000 per season. Well, look, now I understand. No wonder they can't afford proper clothes. They have to skimp. They got skimpy outfits because they had to skimp on their wardrobe, couldn't afford all the material. Just their cheer gigs can consume up to 40 hours a week, and with their meager pay, many are forced to hold down day jobs. Can I relate to that? No, not here. We're too busy fleecing people. Yeah, but thanks to a series of lawsuits starting in 2018 and gritty negotiations, America's sweethearts, the nickname for the Dallas Gaggle, can now earn $75,000 a year. Our efforts were heard, and they wanted to give us a raise. Four-year veteran Megan McElhaney. Megan McElhaney, I guess, right there. That's her there, right there, that one. Get yourself proper clothes. Get yourself warm. You're going to freeze to death, girl. Now you can afford to get yourself a parka. Wouldn't that be something? Now, see, that's what they do in the CFL. See, because up here, our cheerleaders, we got proper clothes for them, parkas and mucklucks. Our efforts were heard, and you want to make us the 51st state. Next thing you know, you're going to have all your cheerleaders all bundled up and everything, and that ain't going to work down there in Texas. Cheerleader parkas, get yours now at Costco. Our efforts were heard, and they wanted to give us a raise. And then she said, and we ended up getting a 400% increase, which is like life-changing. Yeah, now you can afford some underwears, and you can afford yourself some shirts and stuff, some running shoes. McLean says she can now score up to $75 per hour after her pathetic 2024 pay of $15 hourly and $500 for an appearance. The 400% increase stems from a 2018 lawsuit by former high-kicking Erica Wilkins, who claimed She was paid a pathetic $7 per hour or $200 per game. I'll take it. I'll do it. I'll do kicks and stuff. I'll even wear the outfit. I'll do it. Just, yeah, hire me. I need the job. I do. Can I wear my parka? Now the 400% raise rockets earnings for the gals to an estimated $75,000 annually. We pushed and we got good results. So I told you it's a labor story. That's really what it's about. I didn't want to just sit here and gratuitously show you pictures of scantily clad cheerleaders who can barely afford to make ends meet and have to go out there and parade around in skimpy cheerleading outfits. I would never just hold the picture up on the screen for all the people out there who want to, just, look at that. That wouldn't be right at all. I wouldn't do that. No. You wouldn't want to see that. That's not what people go to the football game for. They go there to watch the guys throw the balls around and stuff and then jump on each other. And they don't go for this. But I'm glad they got their pay raise. Funny, they all shop at, you notice this is kind of weird though, isn't it? They all seem to shop at the same store. Same clothing boutique. Isn't that weird? And I thought women were really picky about, going out and making sure that whatever they had on, that nobody else would be wearing the same thing. How do I look in these jeans? Wonderful. Look great, honey. 40 years plus. Yeah. See? Now these chicks, they don't shop at the same store. They do not. They all shop at different places, as you can clearly see. I think that one is like Walmart. That one's Kmart. That's Costco. That's Jenny's Clothing Boutique on 5th. That one over there is, I don't know what that is. And that one's from Value Village. You can look like that too. Even if you have an income that is on par with the old Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders pay scale. Cougar Charlize rules for boy toys. Oh my. Cougar Charlize Theron favors boy toys over men her own age. But the Oscar-winning monster star has plenty of rules for her hot young hunks, sources say. She's a predator. Them cougars, you got to watch out for them, especially us married dudes with our dad bods. Do you know it's a curse? All right, my wife has no idea. You feed me cookies. Next thing you know, I got problems because I got Charlize Theron hanging out or messaging me and stuff. And it ain't, nope. No, thank you. Too high maintenance. And you are not going to bring me any cookies. I know it. Promises, promises, promises made, promises broken. Whirlwind romancer, storm chaser pops question as tornado swirls in. Well, isn't that romantic? Honey, will you marry me before we die? Swept away in a funnel of romance. Enthusiastic storm chaser Bryce Shelton knew that his girlfriend, Paige Berdomas, was the wind beneath his wings. Don't you love the writing? It's just so beautiful. So he proposed to her as a tornado raged behind them, destroying barns and sweeping up cows and sucking them up into the funnel, sweeping away entire towns. killing children and sucking up alligators. And he popped the question right then. And she said, yes. I think. I didn't get that far. I made the rest of it up. Just so you know. I don't know if people died. Maybe they did. Wouldn't that be terrible? I proposed to you when the killer tornado hit and wiped out this entire family. Oh my God. I don't want to do that. Anyway, there you go, man. Oh, also this. I don't understand this. This makes about as much sense as the ostriches to me. PETA, animal rights, saying cruelty. Don't buy anything made of wool. You know why this doesn't make sense to me? The sheep stay alive. You give them a haircut, and then you take that, and then you make your clothes out of it. And the sheep are like, oh, thank you for shaving all that off. It's really hot. And then you make your clothes out of it, and then they grow that back, and then you keep on doing that. But they say that's cruel. I guess there could be some truth to that. It depends on how the animal's treated, but I don't think it's cruel to shave sheep. Really? I don't think it's cruel. It's also sustainable. And PETA wants you to make your clothes out of nylon, synthetic fibers. What do you think they make that stuff with? Oil. So it's basically plastic. They want you to wear plastic clothes. And then those same activists, I'm telling you, a lot of those same people go out there and parade around with signs protesting oil. So basically, I think, and this is probably why they protest this way, they want you to walk around nude. Like that. Yeah, the high kicking chicks. The high kicking chicks. But I'll tell you, these Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and their high kicking stunts, they got nothing. They got nothing on Captain Ass Kicker.
Y'all better stand back. He's laced up his boots, cracked open a cold one. And somebody's about to get tea-ache. Well, he rolls into town on a Harley so loud, with a stars and stripes cape and a jaw like a plow. Don't need no laser beams, no high-tech tricks. He just winds up that boot and lets it fly real quick. He kicks ass to the left, kicks ass to the right. Captain Ass Kicker's looking for a fight. From sundown to sunrise, he'll brawl and bite, 'cause Captain Ass Kicker is all right. He's the outlaw hero of this one-horse town, putting punks in their place, laying bad guys down. Ain't no Cape Crusader wearing tights and blush, just a trucker hat and a boot full of hush. He kicks ass in the morning.
Yeah, I think we're about at that time. Time to stop being quite so nice to the big orange man and maybe just start demanding a little respect. So, and others, like, people who want to pretend that are really not good people. Fuck them. Anyway, elbows, fuck that. Yeah, that's nothing. Elbows. Time to get a little more serious. And time to move on to Maverick Midnight Matinee. We have a double feature tonight. We're going to transition right into it. If you're watching on YouTube, can't run it there. They don't like it when we do. So you have to move over to the Rumble channels. If you go over to Rumble Channel 1, that's sort of the main channel. If you hate my guts, you can go to Rumble Channel 2 and join in and and just hate me as much as you want over on Rumble Channel 2 while you watch the movie. And tonight's double feature, it's we're going to get to the War of the Worlds thing, but not this week. Tonight, it's a One Step Beyond double feature. We're back to that because it is such a great series, kind of in the vein of Twilight Zone, but not quite. So we have for you 2 episodes. First up, we have, what episodes did I select for you? I can't remember. I have to go over and look at what I queued up. Oh, yes. The Aerialist and second episode, The Burning Girl. So stay with me. We're going to run the intro. I'm going to push all the buttons so that YouTube stops carrying this. We'll be running on all the other channels, just not YouTube. And then we'll get into tonight's double feature with One Step Beyond. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and haters, Maverick Midnight Matinee commences now.